Let's try to use functions and enumerations. Usually I don't use enumeration that often there, because with it you can also use construct, which is coming up later in the course, and you can define something any way you want to be. So I'm a big fan of creating a construct or constructor. I think in a couple more chapters you'll see that. But let's begin here. Here we go, using namespace std. And let me define enumeration. And for this, maybe like I'm doing something for STCC courses. I want to put the courses students are interested in signing for. They can sign for algebra. They can sign for Python, programming. They can sign up for philosophy. They can sign up for chemistry. Let's see what else we're going to put. Chemistry. They can sign up for history. Maybe art. Maybe physics. Or philosophy, history, art, algebra, Python. Oh, that will do it. That's fine. I had some idea in my head there. That's why. Okay. And so I use course here. So courses. Now we have a variable called registered. That's what we're going to register for. One of these courses. So it has to be one of these courses. If it's not one of these, it's going to flag you an error. So if I said here, for example, registered equals physics I should get a syntax error because physics is not listed here. But if I change it to Python, I should be okay. And notice that's fine, because registered can have one of those values. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a function here that will return the value of which class you signed up for. So I want to use functions and enumerations. So let registered be. Let's give the name of the function. I don't know what name we're going to. What should we call the function? Spring. That's for the spring schedule. Okay, let's do this. Spring. I'm not going to send anything to that function. So here I should declare that function, let the machine know I have a function registered. Oh, what was it? Courses. The name of the function is what? Spring. Does not expect anything from me. Courses. Now let's type that function down here. Function spring courses we say we're going to call that spring. Does not require anything from the main program. Curly bracket to open it, curly bracket to close it. Maybe it doesn't know it here, so maybe I need to put it up there. Cut. So I moved enumeration to before the beginning of the program, because when I had it inside the main program, again, the machine is sequential. 1, 2, it got to that one, it goes, I don't know what courses means. So by defining that up there on the top, this main program and all the functions will have access to that. That's a global variable now. Courses becomes this one. So here when it says registered is going to be the same type as courses, it says I know what courses are. So let's begin our function here, spring. So I'm going to have the user enter 2 letters for the class they want to take. I don't want them to type the whole thing. So here we go. Cout enter the first 2 letters for the class you wish to take. Let's define some variables. Char characters. Character 1, comma, character 2. Cn character 1, comma, character 2. Oh, not comma. For Cn, where'd you go? What am I typing? Here we go. Ch2, character 2. It's going to read them. The reason I wanted to do 2 characters here, I could have used string for this, but I'm trying to use an enumeration here. Intentionally, I had 2 of them begins with the letter A, algebra, and art. So I couldn't use 1 character. Python and philosophy begins with P. Chemistry is fine, history is fine. So I really have to be careful here when I say not just 1 character. I got to use 2 characters. So here we go. I'm going to read character 1, character 2. And maybe I'll put a space here, Cout and L, just to give me a space. Now, case. If the person type in the letter A, I'm assuming they're going to write capital A. We can give them a menu there, like enter this or that. So if you want to enter the choices, maybe go a new line here and take these and highlight them so they know what the classes are. So these are the classes: algebra, Python, philosophy, chemistry, history, and art. And L, oh, case A, here we go. I didn't use the switch, actually. I jumped the gun here. Switch. I'll tell you, it's tough to work on a tiny monitor. Character 1. Look at character 1. Using namespace. I am using namespace standard, so I should know what's cout. And L. Oh, the direction is backward. Okay. So switch this one, use the first character. There's my switch statement. Now, if the case is A, the first character, it's A, that means that could be algebra or it could be art. So you can't really make up your mind based on that one alone. That's not enough. If character 2 equals, if character 2 equals, what was A? What do we have for A? I forgot. Algebra. If it's equal lowercase l, then I need to define a dummy variable here in this method here. Courses choice, what your choice for a class is. So if it's L, then I'm going to do what? Choices, or choice I think I called it, equals algebra. I can say else, because if you type anything else, it's going to kick you out. Choices, I use capital C, or choice. I can say else, then art. Choice equals art. And break, get out of the loop. Oh, yep, that's for A. I have this one. Where is this coming from? Okay. This one closes this one. This one. Oh, because I have a return. I didn't return anything yet. Okay. I'm looking at the error there, jumping ahead. If the case, what's the next choice we have for a class? The next one is P for Python. So again, if it's P, we're going to do the same thing. Check to see if character 2 equals, for Python, is going to be a Y. If that's equal to Y, then choice equals Python. Else, assuming you're going to write the correct letter, one or the other one. Where does this keep coming from? Oh, that's from here. That's where the extra one was coming from too. Else, choice equals, what was the other choice? Philosophy. And break. get out of the loop. So if the first letter is P, it could be Python, choice, or it could be philosophy. So we have Python, we have philosophy. If it's C, case, C, there's only one of them that begins with the letter C. That's an easy one. Choice equals chemistry. Break. And what else do we have? I did the art. We did algebra. We did art. Python. We have history, H, case. H. Case H, what do we have? Choice equals, missing an M here. Chemistry, oh God, huh. Okay, and if that's the case, that's history. Choice equals history. And it really should not be any other one. But if you do something else, default, C out, you entered an invalid value. There's one little problem with this actually. Go to the next line, /n/n. Now I'm supposed to return something. Return choice. The question here, what happens if initially you type in something that wasn't there? So with this, you can't really initialize it to anything else but one of these. So let's put one more thing with this program. Oh, there's a comma here. Let's put, for enumeration, we also have one, none. That means you're not signed up for a class, none. And now here, I can begin C out and choice equals none. So you didn't sign up for a class. I got to put something. If you don't put one of these, none means you didn't sign up for any of these classes. So that will return the correct value regardless if you put something or not. So now let's print here in the main program. So we call the function here. The function is going to tell us which one. And now let's print it. If I wanted to shrink that function just a little bit there, I could have put this as part of that main program, because my main program is really small now. Notice I could have did this, copy or cut, and put this in the main program. But if you decide to do that, then you got to send these two values. Let me move this one here. Cut. Now when you call this, you have to send character 1 and character 2. ch1, comma, ch2. But that means I have to change this one to character ch1, comma, character ch2. Is going to expect 2 characters from me. One is called 1, the other one's called 2. Character ch1, character ch2. And I just got to define them because I didn't define them here in the main program. Character ch1, comma, ch2. Oh, I defined them already here. I still. Okay. Capital C here. Capital C, I guess I used. I like my variables always to begin with capital letters. They could be lowercase here, it's no big deal. They are treated differently, so I'm okay. So this actually will do it, except read, because I use capital letter here in the main program. This has to be capital letter here. But the other ones, they could be lowercase, even if they have the same name. So now we're going to send the values to this function. This function is going to go through them, is going to return the answer, and the answer is going to be right here. So let's see if it's going to print it. Cout. You have registered for registered and L. It looks like I'm missing. No, they're right there. And L. The L is there. Okay. Let me save it and let me run it. Come on. Enter the first 2 letters of the class you wish to take. Notice there's a list of the classes: algebra, Python, philosophy, chemistry, history. I didn't list none here, which is good. I don't want to list none. So if I type in the first 2 letters, ZE. Oh, I gotta go right here. And I type in ZE and I hit enter. You entered an invalid value. It says you have registered for 6. That's the 6th spot in my array. Sixth spot, which is none. Notice that's the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. So now I don't like what I'm seeing because I'm getting the number of that course. I'm not getting the actual course I signed up for. So let's run it again. And if I type in AR for art, it's going to give me, oh, you signed up for 5. Yep. You sign up for, you have registered for 5, but it doesn't say for art. Run it again. And what was the first? Let's go Python. PY. You signed up for 1. So it's working, but I'm not getting what I want to get out of it. So maybe I should write another function that will take that number and convert that number now to an actual course. So here we go. Function to convert from number to course, whatever class. What do we call them? Courses, I think. So here we go. We know the result coming in is saved in location called, where is it? In registered. So let's send that value registered to another function. So here's the main program. So I'm not going to write this one yet. I'll cut this one. Cut. So now let's go display. That's what I'm going to call this function. Display. And it's going to take with it registered. It's going to take the value. So it's not going to return anything to the main program. So that's a void function. So let's put a reference to it. Void display and expect an integer number, INTA. Just going to answer the phone. Display, because I didn't write the function display, so I got to go down here. And so this function expect a number from me. So void display integer h. If what? If h equals 0. That's the first course. Command V, sign out. You have registered for. So now instead of doing this, the first course was algebra. You signed up for algebra, then go, you know what? I can eliminate all of this. Algebra, go the next line, semicolon. I use lowercase h, not uppercase. else if it's not 1. Check to see if h equals 1. If it's 1, see out. Let's copy this. And what did we sign for? Second one is Python. You have registered for Python. If it's not Python, else. I like to indent here so I know which one's which. If h equals 3, see out. And again, I forgot what the third one is. Philosophy. Algebra, Python, philosophy. Good. Else. Again, indent. Tab, tab. If h equals 4, that's a chemistry, I think. See out, Command V for chemistry. Else. If h equals 5, I think that's art. Else. You have not registered for any class. Maybe I'll make not stand out so they know. I'm not going to say you have entered an invalid value, then I don't need it because I'm saying here. Well, I can actually use that for not registered cut. So I'll put that for the last option here. Instead of you have not registered, I'll just use that enter an invalid value. And that should do it. Hopefully, display registered. Oh, I know why, because I use an A there without an A here. And what about the top? Yep, okay. So that hopefully takes care of it. And my eyes start to get cross here. So let's see. Enter class. Philosophy. I should say we sign up for philosophy. You entered an invalid value. Hey. Let's see what happened here. Run it again. Chemistry. You have registered for philosophy. Okay. Maybe it's hunted now. Let's go. Looks like something off by 1 here. We'll just double check and see. AL algebra. You enter for algebra. For 1 is algebra. When you copy and paste, a lot of times you get a problem. Run it again. Let's try 2. Python. Algebra and Python are working. Run it again. Philosophy. So philosophy, we have to check that. That's h equals to 2. This is 0, 1, 2. Let's go back and look. Remember, the first one is 0, then 1. Oh, I'm missing a 2. That's why. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 4. Yep, that's what it was. Let's see if that's history. Four. Yeah, registered. I don't have history mentioned anywhere here, actually. So did I leave a class out? We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I don't have 4. 4 should be history. 4 is history. 5 is art. Else, I gotta do if h equals 5, that's art. I need to get this program done. I'm getting tired of it. Copy, Command V, art, else, okay. Okay. I think that's it. I was missing one of them. So I know the first 3 were working. Chemistry, algebra, Python, philosophy were working. Let's try chemistry. You have register for chemistry. Yep. Run it again. Let's try history. Where's the history? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If h equals 4, you have registered for history. That should be fine. Run it. History. So history is now working. Run it again. Let's try art. Sign for art. So everything is wrong except history. So let's take a peek. If h equals 0, algebra. If h equals 1, Python. Else if h equals 2, history. Else if h equals 3. Else if h equals 4. Did I save it? I did save it. That looks like it's fine there. Else if h equals 5 should be art. Else you have entered an invalid course. That looks good. History. The only other problem could be up there. in the actual program. Let me just go back to algebra, chemistry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't see anything wrong with that one. Art and none. H is history. Choice equals history. Oh, there's no break. That's why. So it goes to the next one, it picks the none. So after the history, because there's no break, it goes to this. I mean, after the history was no break, it goes to this and makes it none. Now that should do it. That's the longest program, 41 minutes. HI, you should say history. Yep, hallelujah. Run this. CA for cat. Oh, chemistry. Because it begins with C, is chemistry. Dog. Invalid course. Not the best program, but it shows you how enumeration works, how to use them in functions. And you have to define the enumeration as up there on the top as a global variable before you can use it. Because otherwise they have no idea when you say this is going to be courses, the same as courses. They don't know what courses till you do that one first. I'll stop here.